Away they go from the green. Good start from the front row men. On the left is Andy Britnell, and coming down to the inside checkered noseband, that's Guglielmi. And Guglielmi looking to take second place away from Giles Cooper through Old Hall, then onto the avenue and plunging down through Cascades. So Guglielmi second, Cooper third, and then Troy Dunlop's been edged down as well because Richard Finney came up into fourth place in the sponsored car. On board with Dunlop, here we are in sixth slot. Right ahead of us is Richardson, breaking into the Shell Oils hairpin. This corner, hook the wheels in on the inside, that's it, it really holds you in, then you pop up, accelerating hard up towards Fulston's, this little right-hand corner, and then hard braking, stay out wide. He can't because he's got somebody right behind him clearly. And don't forget, Richard Stanton is the car over which Troy Dunlop's machine launched itself. Dunlop's machine launched itself into that huge barrel roll at Donington Park. Dunlop looking at the inside line, but it's going to be a little too late on the brakes there, I think, to get through. He's got Andrew Delahunty right behind him and Ros Barrett. So he's got plenty of company, the top eight all close together. Again with Dunlop, under the Y in Yokohama is the line there over the blind brow. Then the left-hander down to Druids, double apex right-hander, and it's a quick corner as well. Doesn't look it on the way in, and to pass around the outside like Darren Dowling there, you've got to be very brave. Giles Cooper in 15, just being passed by Richard Finney. That's for third place as Andy Britnell leads them across the line. Second place is Steve Guglielmi. There is Gareth Evans, retired from the heat, so he's up to the... Oh, my goodness me! That is Derek Tyndall. Hits the Armco on the left-hand side there and cannoned across the track into the entrance to the pit lane. Well, the leaders continue as the marshals undoubtedly racing to the aid of Derek Tyndall. There is the TVR chairman, Peter Wheeler, car number 8. And here is Derek Tyndall's car. Well, he's moving around in the cockpit, which is an enormously good sign. And we've seen from Troy Dunlop's accident at Donington Park that these cars are remarkably strong. Well, Britnell's still leading. Guglielmi in second, then Finney and Cooper. But I rather fear that the race will either be aborted or terminated with that big accident blocking the entrance to the pit lane. Richard Stanton still holding off Troy Dunlop, and teenager Andrew Delahunty right behind them. Dunlop looking to the inside line at Lodge, and somebody kicking up the dust as they go off further back, but Troy Dunlop gets his place. Yellow flags being waved here as they exit Deer Leap, and a green flag at the start line. Well, let's have a look back at the accident, see if we can figure out how it happened. The cameras pick it up very quickly. Tyndall spinning backwards off the inside wall onto the outside retaining Armco and actually into the pit wall itself and then up the pit lane. And this is why just apexing actually on the barriers as opposed to shaving past them. And, well, after that, just a passenger. Red flags brought out to stop the race while Tyndall was rescued. He was shaken, but not too badly hurt, incidentally. And now Troy Dunlop's dead car being wheeled off the grid before the restart. He won't take part in the second half of the race. Red lights are on, away they go, green again. And let's see if Andy Britnell can take the lead once more. Richard Finney having a big slide behind in the Findus machine. It's Britnell from Guglielmi, Cooper in third, Finney in fourth place. And no Troy Dunlop there in the midfield. But in the midfield is Ben Samuelson. Like the watched kettle, he has yet to spin. He's raising money for a child with cerebral palsy. There he is in the yellow and blue machine, right in the middle of the pack. And there is Gary Britnell, the pole sitter's brother, further down. So Andy out front, Guglielmi in second place. Third place there, the 36 car, the Findus machine of the championship sponsors. That's Richard Finney, and off on the outside goes Steve Cole, the number 3 machine. Goodness, he really is having a dramatic season, Steve Cole. Rejoins at the tail, and Troy Dunlop's car, well, it's still not playing the game. He's effectively out of the reckoning here. Britnell, Guglielmi, then Finney and Cooper. And in the pit lane, they're still working on Troy Dunlop's car. I promise you, it's not the curse of the camera again.
Right now, ignition. Ignition.
Troy, take it easy going down the pit lane because of the speed cameras.
Don't speed down there.
Well, Troy Dunlop's car finally fired up and ready to go. 60 Ks, 37 miles an hour is the speed limit. Andy Britnell coming through to start another lap, so Troy Dunlop well down. He'll be 2 laps behind. I wonder if there's a chance of even a single point from there. That might make the difference at the end of the season, of course, so it's worth the effort. Guglielmi making the effort for second place. Finney on his own in third, easing away from a similarly lonely fourth place for Giles Cooper. Well, let's have a look again from Ben Samuelson's onboard camera at the spin. No, not Ben's spin, Steve Cole going off there instead. Perhaps that should jog Ben's memory. This is, after all, to raise money for charity. Well, again, from the reverse angle, looks as though there was a slight touch there with Darren Dowling. Maybe that was after Steve Cole had started to lose it. Lap 4, no change at the front. Still a very fierce battle for the lead, though. Oh, and further back, Richard Finney loses it. Gets his boot in, and on the dry grass, he can actually get a reasonable amount of traction there as well. And he's lost 3 places there, as Richard Stanton comes past him. Into the pits, though, comes Andrew Delahunty. The youngster's engine running sick. So Britnell using every inch of the road, and no more. You daren't put a wheel off under this kind of pressure. And that's why people love these TVRs, just that little slide coming out of the corners. Here's Troy Dunlop carving past John Hartshorn at Druids and setting his sights on Gary Britnell. 2 laps down, so although he is slicing his way through the midfield men, this of course is not improving his position in any way, shape or form. However, I'm sure it's an awful lot of fun after the frustration of being wheeled off the grid. Another slide there from Britnell. These cars, basic formula, no aerodynamic aids, lots of grunt, marginal at best tyres and brakes. Entertaining handling is the result. Great racing, door-to-door stuff. On board again with Ben Samuelson. The leader's ahead of him. He's now 7th, and I think he's enjoying himself so much he may have forgotten the need to spin. Looks like those who put their money on him surviving intact may well be on a winning bet. Just 1 lap left, and Ben is holding on in there. So too is Andy Britnell. He's eased away from Steve Guglielmi. Maybe second place points will be enough for Guglielmi with Troy Dunlop so far down the order. Or on the other hand, maybe it's just Andy Britnell's weekend. 2 pole positions, 3 great starts, victory in the sprint race, and now victory in the feature. This will be one to remember, a bank holiday for the scrapbook for Andy Britnell. So double win at Alton Park for Andy, a fantastic performance. Guglielmi 2nd, Giles Cooper a long way back in 3rd from Dowling, Stanton and Finney is how they finished.
Andy, well, many congratulations.
Yeah, that was hard work, harder than the first one. Steve really harassed me, I have to say, but yeah, I kept it all together and got the win. That's all that matters.
And you enjoyed Alton Park?
I love it to bits. It's the most rewarding circuit to drive quickly, it really is. It's brilliant.
I'm afraid to disappoint everybody, but no, I didn't spin, so all the prizes now get auctioned. See if we can't make a...
Getting burned.